The escape for one that is so seldom seen brings about a lasting crescendo to one's own note that is a part of the whole orchestra. The orchestra, also known to one as the multiverses, has its place in each of your lives. A life could not be constructed by any other means in order for one to play their own note that contributes to the whole. A watchful eye can bring one closer into what their note means to the whole. This allows one to look over the many possibilities that stream in and out of one's daily life. The running away from these things means more so that one is replacing having a watchful eye with many mindless random acts of doing things. This puts one in a state of recklessness, because what is then one willing to do with their time that is continually mindless? The search for one's own choices are no longer in the picture, because one is now going along with another's picture, another's mind, instead of what your life should stand for. A request from self can no longer be heard, because the replay button is continually being pushed for one's mind to take the order, an order that is willing to be given over and over again from an outside source because you continually listen to it. The only way out of such reckless thinking is to ask oneself, why do I always want to go back and press that replay button? That question stops the tape immediately. It stops because instead of going right back to the thought that has always been played out, this comes in as an interruption. The thought does not know what to do with an interruption. The interruption poses a threat, which is more so like a scrambling of one's mind needing to be reorganized. The mind now is detoured from the track that it has always been on. It is like how the train is shifted just by a notch that has been laid in the tracks to be opened for the train to go in a new direction. This makes it a very smooth transition. This is all that happens when one interrupts the thoughts that keep them on a treadmill of a dead end, going back over and over to those repetitive thoughts. It really isn't as far-fetched that one makes fun of each other as having a one-track mind. The track was laid purposefully to be that way for all of you, for the case of helping none of you ascend. There is this time now that has been allowed for all of this to change, but first the mind must be repaired, and the only way to repair the mind is to allow fresh air that is filled with the energetic vibrations coming from Source. This includes the air as you know it, but also the air that is generated from the communications one receives. Understandably, as when one comments about another that there is an air about them, well, that air is the energetic rhythm that they are producing and giving out to the world and giving out to the multiverses. That tone is contributing to the mindset of each and every one. The air then is such an important component for a mind to be healthy. Where is the mind if the breath of air is being covered and the words being spoken are in a language with an air of desperation? Our remarks are twofold, for this transmission endures for ones to rise above the air of deceit and take back your minds.